Question 9.23, BrightPath Lighting Inc. needs LED bulbs for each of its portable LED lanterns, and each lantern requires 2 LED bulbs, which is important because these are our direct materials. Each LED bulb costs $1.50. To ensure enough LED bulbs are available to meet production needs, BrightPath Lighting maintains an ending inventory of 10% of the following quarter's production needs, so it always wants to have a little bit extra. The company expects to have 3,600 LED bulbs in the inventory at the start of the first quarter. As we know, we need to take our production needs, add our desired ending inventory, which we can find here, and we need to reduce our beginning inventory. Now they've given us our required production, but for our direct materials purchases budget, I'm just going to add in this extra row here just to make it really obvious. So first quarter we have 31,200. We have a total of 112,500 for the year. So that's what we're expecting to produce. But that is not the amount of raw materials we need. For LED light bulbs, we need 2 per unit. So no matter when we produce it, we're always going to need 2 of them per unit. And so that means our production needs are our required units produced times what we need per unit, and we get these numbers doubled. So this is how many LED bulbs we're going to need to do our estimated amount. But we want to have a few extra LED bulbs along the way with us because in case we do get extra orders, we need to produce more. So we don't want to be always right at the edge of our production, our estimated production needs. So BrightPath Lighting maintains an ending inventory of 10% of the following quarter's production needs. So the following quarter for quarter 2 is going to be 55,400. They're going to want 10% of that. And same thing here. And just like the last one, we're going to assume that quarter 1 goes back to the same estimate. So we've got, so our desired ending inventory, again, we don't add this up. You're going to want to think of this chart where your annual total is like a separate question. Well, at the end of the year, we would like to have 6,240 remaining. So now we know our annual and our 4 quarters, what we need. We can add them all up. But we don't need to produce all of the amounts that are stated here because we will always have a beginning inventory, which we can reduce from how much raw materials that we'll need. So our raw material opening inventory is 3,600. That's what they've estimated will be our start. So we can that, and then our beginning inventory across the quarter is always going to be the last quarter's ending inventory. Oops. 5230. This one here. And then at the beginning of the year, if we were to look at this again, like a full year, not adding up, well, our beginning inventory is 3,600. So what are the raw materials to be purchased? We just take our total needs less our beginning inventory. And finally, it says that each LED bulb costs $1.50. So we know how much raw material we need to purchase. Now we need to determine what is the cost of it. So here's all the raw materials that we need to purchase by quarter and for the year. And we can multiply that by $1.50 to get our cost of our raw materials. Excellent. And at the end of this, we can determine by our quarter our cost that we'll be spending on direct materials or raw materials, as well as our annual total, based on our production needs, how many, so our estimated units sold, times how many lights or raw materials going to each unit, creates our production needs. We add our desired ending inventory to get our total needs. We reduce our beginning inventory because we already have those lights or those raw materials to determine the total amount purchased, and then we take the total amount purchased and we multiply by the purchase price to get our total cost of raw materials based by each one.